What's up, y'all? This is Brian from Alabon 365, and in this video I'm going to walk you through how to set up a booking calendar for your business on your website using Bosscart. So why would you want a booking calendar? Well, if you have a business where you're serving clients or customers on a one-on-one or one-to-many as a group setting, you might want to have a booking calendar if you don't want to be going back and forth coordinating available times between you and that other person or that other party. If you want to automate your hustle, you're going to have your customers going in, choosing a time that you've already predetermined that's available or unavailable, and that time gets filled up and it just gets added to your calendar. So all you have to do is log in every day and see what your schedule looks like for that day, and then you just take action. Get it popping. So let's get started. So the first step you're going to do is you're going to go to booking, because we're going to set up our booking event. So what is a booking event? Booking event is basically the thing that the people are signing up for. So if you're a barber, if you're a masseuse, whatever it is, you just create whatever the thing is that you're doing. So let's say you have a heat rock sort of massage package that is like a 90-minute session or a 60-minute session. That'd be an event. Also in a Bosscart, you have what's called services. So services will be more of a breakdown of the different types of services that you have within that event. So if you do have a number of different types of massages, then you would create separate services. But your main booking event would be massage. And if you have another type of service, like let's say you have sauna, that'd be a different type of event. And then you would create services underneath the sauna. So let's say you have a 30-minute, a 90-minute, a 2-hour. Those would be different services. But under event is going to be the main thing that people are going to be signing up for. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up an event. And we'll just do, let's say, we'll do a coaching call. So we'll just say coaching call is the event name. Description, we'll just add a real quick description. Let's see, one-on-one session with me where we discover the blocks holding you back from achieving your goals, right? And location, if you have a physical location, it'd be a good place to put an address or a link to a map, a Google Map address, or you could put a link to Zoom. Right now we'll say Zoom for this, and then the option is send an email to the client with the details. So this will send them a confirmation email with all the details of the event. It's probably your best bet to do that. So we're gonna go next. So here is where we add operators. So operators are the users that will be administrating whatever the service is. So if you have a number of different barbers, different stylists, different coaches, whoever it is on your team, they can all be added in as an operator. And the number of operators that you can add is determined by the Bosscart plan that you have. So we're gonna add an operator. We're gonna add me as an operator. So we'll say Brian, my email is brian@bpmmg.com, and I'll say I'm a certified coach. I don't know if I have any images. We won't do an image. My color, we'll just do green. So we can integrate this with our Google Calendar. So what this does is it'll check availability within our calendar in Google to see if we have a space, and then it'll match that in with here. So if our Google Calendar is booked, they won't be able to book for that slot. And it's a two-way integration. So when there's a new booking within the system here, it'll add it to Google Calendar. So it reads and it writes different bookings to your Google Calendar. So we're just gonna add our calendar. It's going to open up a new window. So let me save this first. Let me add that. Let me save it. Let's go back to services, options, edit, sign in. Let's go ahead and sign in. Pick Brian at BPM. Allow. Yes, allow. Let that load. So now we're connected. So if we go to our settings, you can see that it's connected. Now, if we have different calendars set up within our Google Calendar account, we can choose a specific calendar. So ideally, you create a calendar within your Google Calendar account for this specific type of booking. So we could change that and make it the primary. If we have other calendars, it'll show it here, and then we would just choose that calendar. So we'll just roll with that and hit save. So we've got our operator set up. We've got our event set up. This is where we can see bookings that have been made. Now let's get back to our coaching call, and we've got our operator here. So if we have more than one operator, we can also choose to have an operator automatically assigned. This could be done randomly, but we're going to have it so if we leave this blank, and if we have more than one operator, it'll allow the customer on the booking page to choose which operator. So if this is a barber shop or a salon, they can actually choose the barber or the stylist that they want, and each operator will have their own Google Calendar that they'll be booking in a slot with them. So we're going to go ahead next. We're going to leave that open. We're going to go next. So for this coaching call, we can either do one-on-one or group. So group would allow more than one person to attend. So if it were virtual, we could do up to 500. We can do as many as you want. But it's a one-on-one coaching call, so we're going to pick one-on-one. It's going to be 30 minutes. We'll just say 30 minutes. That's the meeting duration. And then the operator is available for booking. So this is how far ahead that they can schedule the call, right? So we can make it indefinitely. We can make it just today. We'll say for the next 3 days they can book. Because you don't want to have it too far out, because you might want to go on vacation, or you might want to schedule something and you don't want to have to book it too far out in advance. So this is where you indicate your availability. So you can have every day be the same time. You can have a Monday through Friday be a certain time. You can do a weekend time. And then if you have different times and different days, or different times during the weekends and during the week, you just add a different day and hour setting here, and just do the weekends you're available 9 to 11:30, and Monday through Friday you're available 9 to 11:30 p.m. All right. What we're gonna do is we're gonna say midnight because it's a little late here, so we'll just roll with that, and that'll be our time. We can add day exclusions. So you just pick a day. Say you're going on vacation or you want to take a day off. You just pick a day, and it'll exclude it from the calendar. And you can add as many as you need right here. So availability increments. So you can set how close together your appointments can be. Well, that's actually this buffer here, but this is how, so when they click the drop down for the times, the actual time, so they'll have 8, 8:30, 8:15. Those are 30-minute increments. You could do it by 5. It gets kind of sloppy. You start having 5-minute increments, because then they're choosing random times, like 8:55, or you want to kind of keep it simple with that. 15, 30 minutes, an hour. That kind of makes the most sense. So we'll do 30 minutes. Schedule notice. This is how soon that they can book an appointment for. So you want to allow some time, depending on what your service is. If it's a barber shop, You kind of want to know what you're going to be doing during the day. Maybe if you want to know what your schedule is going to be like in the morning, you don't want to have people booking for the same day. This is where you would create that buffer there. So sometimes it would make sense for it to be 24 hours, but then the buffer in between is the gaps between each booking. So someone books for noon and it's from noon to 1 o'clock as their booking. How much space before the next booking will there be an available slot? So for here, we'll just do 30 minutes. And then we can limit the number of sessions per day. So depending on the type of booking that it is, it might be a max that you can maybe do, and where it would make sense. So maybe there's a lot of preparation that you need to make, and it kind of only makes sense to do 4 a day. So this is where you could limit that. And for here, I'll just do six coaching calls, and then I'll probably get burnt out. So we'll click next on that. So the next setting here is our form question. So once they book their time slot, there's going to be a form for them to enter their information that you'll receive once you get the booking. So this is fully customizable. We can add name, you can add email, you can add phone number, you can add any address, the company name. You can create an accept terms option. You can have them upload a file. They can choose another date. You can add all these types of fields: select field, radio, checkbox, text area, text field. We can add a hidden field. So if you want to add a field that you receive within your CRM, but they don't even see it, you can have that. You can add a CAPTCHA, which is recommended. You don't want bots filling out your form and giving you spam messages. And you can add a section where so if you want to divide up your form a little bit. All of these you can add custom fields within the CRM. I'll do that in another video so that they automatically show up here, so you don't have to keep creating these new fields for unique things for your services. So for example, if you wanted to do a text area, so which would be multiple lines where they say, okay, you ask the question like, what is your biggest problem that you're facing right now? And they would answer it in that text field. You can create that custom field within the CRM so that you don't have to keep creating that field with every form. So we'll keep it simple: name, email, and hit save. So we'll go next. And this is a confirmation screen. So once they filled out the form, what do you want to have them see on the confirmation screen? So we can create one here just saying thank you. We'll say success, your booking has been made. Be on the lookout for a calendar invite, right? So this headline and description will show up on the success page, and you can add a call to action. You can add a button there if you want. So you can have some button text saying, download this free resource. And you can have it linked to whatever you want. If you want to link them to a payment page, you want to link them to if you have a file uploaded you want them to download, maybe there's a worksheet or something to prepare for, or maybe there's a waiver. Whatever it is, you can indicate that. You can have a button there show up, and that's how that works. You can also just have the form, once they complete the form, it just sends them over to another page. Like you don't have the page on your website, you want to send them to something else, you could do that here. But for this example, we're going to use this default confirmation page. So we're going to hit save changes down here at the bottom. We're going to go back to our bookings. We're going to add a service. Let's go ahead and we'll add 1 or 2 services. So this will be, we'll just call this a discovery call. One-on-one, we'll make it 15 minutes. Do we have the option to tag contacts that book this type of service? So this will be added to the CRM within Bosscart. And if you have an email service, an email app integrated with Bosscart, then it'll send that tag over to them. I won't get into that on this one. We'll just keep it like this. We'll have a discovery call, and then we'll have we'll just call it a deep dive. And this will be This would be a little more advanced. It would be an hour. And we'll say save, and then we'll do a group call, group session. We'll call it a group class. That's already there. Group class, 1 hour. Multiple people can join, and we'll say it's 7 people max, and then save. So we have 3 services under our one booking event, our coaching call. And what we'll want to do is make sure that our operators are matched up with the right services. So we'll go back to the operators that are hooked up to our booking event, which is our coaching call event, which is what we have here. And we already have him hooked up. So we're gonna link him to all 3. So if we had, say, a number of different operators under one coaching call, but only a few of the operators actually did the deep dive, maybe only a few of them did the discovery call, this is where we would indicate who is responsible for what, right? So that's done. Let's save changes. So we've done all the steps with setting up the event. We've got an event. We can add as many events as we like. Now let's go back to our editor. We're gonna go back to our page. So we've done that. Now let's go ahead and add our calendar to our booking page. So we created a new page. It's a blank page with just one little block here. What we're going to add is we're going to pick a block. Let's see if we can find a block with the booking page already, booking section already there. Let's do image and text. Let's see how this one shows up. Let's delete this block. Shows up a little bit. Okay, so this will be our booking page. We won't need this. So this is just an image. So we're gonna add an actual booking widget. So we've got on the lead generation, booking. So it's gonna bring a pop-up. We're gonna choose our event. So we got coaching call, all of our events will show up here. And if we don't have any, we can just create a new one. But that's why I wanted to create it ahead of time so we could just select it so we didn't have to go back and forth. So coaching call. So that's been picked. And as you can see, different services popped up that are under the coaching call. We're gonna choose the layout. So we've got 4 different layouts here. This is more of a horizontal one. It's more of a vertical one. This is a bigger one. This is more of a narrow horizontal one with the colored background on the left. We're gonna go ahead and go with, I like going with this one just so they can choose their time first, left to right. We'll pick a font. I don't know what font. We'll just roll with that because it's decent. A little hard to read, but we'll just roll with it. So headline font, the general font, and step settings. So we can just set all the colors that match your brand. If you've set up your global colors already, you'll just be choosing from your color palette here. And as you can see, we have two rows here. We can make that 1 row if we wanted to. So they're going down like that, or we can make it 3. We'll do 3 in a row. So I like the 1 row. No, we'll do 3 just to keep it tight. And then our summary styling. And once again, you can edit all the settings however you want. And then also down here, you can create a member profile for every new event. So they get added to your CRM, but you can also add them to a membership once they've been added to the event. So this would be if you have, say, a private webinar and you only want people that have opted in to be able to join the webinar. So you would put the webinar on a page that requires a membership, and then you would have this booking calendar add people to that membership so that once they book here, they can automatically get access once they log in as a member. So we do that if we want, and then here you can select what membership to add them to. And also you can tag people based on this booking session here. So we're gonna roll with that. So that's how that works. It's really that simple. So let's take a look at what happens when someone books an appointment. So we're gonna go to preview. We're gonna open up in a new tab. So here we've got our calendar. Oh, you know what? Let me go back. I think I left the photo image here. So let me delete that. And then we're gonna save that. Let's go back, hit refresh. All right, so we're back. So here's our calendar. So again, we've got our 3 services that we set up for our coaching call. We're gonna do a deep dive. So as you can see, it has the name of our service. It has the operator that's been assigned to. If we were to go back and we had it so that it wasn't randomly selected, it was more than one operator. Once we chose the service, it would allow us to choose an operator. So it would have my name or whoever's name, all of your team members' names would be showing up there. So we choose a deep dive. So here's the description, here's the location, and we could just choose a day. So I chose that you can only book 2 days in advance, right? So we're gonna pick Monday the 24th, and we're gonna do 4:30 p.m. So boom, it's been added. You can see on the right, here's the date, Monday, August 24th, 4:30 to 5:30. And we just add our information here. So I'm going to add, just gonna go with my name, Brian, my email address, Brian@Outofon365. And as you can see, here's the form that we set up. So we had the name, the email, the section, and then we had a captcha. So we're gonna hit that captcha right here, and then boom, click book an appointment. And then here's the success page that we set up. It says success, your booking has been made. Be on the lookout for a calendar invite. And you can see all the details here. We can download the ICS file and add it to our calendar. So our booking has been made. And if we had set up a call to action, the button will show up right here. We can click that, and then it will go to whatever call to action that you set up. So what happens after this? So if you have a CRM integrated, the contact will be sent to your CRM. And if you're using something like ActiveCampaign, which is what we use, you can set up an automation to go out, basically like getting them prepared for whatever type of booking that it is that they signed up for. You can have automations, you can have emails, text messages, and all that kind of stuff. Following up with them to get them prepared for your booking. Also, the person making the booking, let me see if I can go to my email. So I logged in, I connected my Google Calendar using this email. So this is what the email you will get when someone books an appointment in your calendar. You say you have a new appointment. So we'll open that. Waiting for that to load. So here it has the details of the booking. It's pretty blank, but it'll have your website's name here. It was just a blank website. You have a new appointment. Here's the information. It's the event name, the operator, the date and time, duration, description of what it is, location, and then there's where you can cancel the event. And here's where you can view the schedule. If we were to go back to our booking here, booking section, we could click on schedule, and we can see that our booking showed up here. And then we can see the details of it here. We could cancel it from here, or we could filter and look at specific operators, see what they have coming up. And there you go. So that's what you'll get as the calendar owner. Now the person that booked the appointment will get an email like this. It'll have showing up, just got it already. So if you're using Gmail, a lot of the options, it's really convenient because it allows you to just book right from the email. So you can see it already created a calendar event. and they can just accept it. They can add it to their calendar right from there, and they can invite other people, and they can cancel right from here. So, and then they're adding it to their Google Calendar, so they'll get notified ahead of time, and that makes it a lot easier for you and a lot more likely for them to actually show up. And if we wanted to cancel, we just go back to our schedule within booking. We can cancel the event and it's gone, right? So there you go. That's how you set up a booking calendar. So the booking feature is only on a few of our plans. So in Bosscart, if you go to our plans or pricing, so on a solopreneur plan, you get, wait for it to load, you get a calendar and you get one user. So one operator. This is for if you're a solo person, if you're working by yourself, you don't have any team members, you can set up one calendar and have one service. So that basically means you can have one thing that takes whatever amount of time you set that, however long that service is, that's your one thing, and you can offer that. Keeps it simple, but that's what you get with solopreneur. With the Boss plan, which is for businesses, you get up to 5 users. You can have 5 different operators, and you can have 10 different booking services. So if you do have a salon, you do have a team of coaches, you do have a team of, I was going to say masseuses, but you have a team of physical therapists. Whatever you have, you can set up 10 different services using the booking calendar. And then with the agency, you have a little bit more leeway. You get 10 users and 20 services. So those 3 plans do get a booking calendar. The one-page plan doesn't have a booking calendar included. So there you go. That's how you set up a booking calendar. This eliminates the need for you to use external services like a Schedule Once, like a Book, like a Boss, like a Calendly, like an Acuity Scheduling. Like this allows you to have it all within your website. You don't need to hook up autoresponders with Zapier and all that kind of stuff. Everything comes to your Boss CRM, and through your Boss CRM, you can connect it to whatever service you want to connect it to, and using one of the many different integrations we have, including MailChimp, MailerLite, GetResponse, ActiveCampaign, Aweber, and MooSend. And if you're a little more tech savvy, we do have a webhook, so we can send it wherever you want, as well as using Zapier. So that's it. That's how you set up a booking calendar on your Bosscart website. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, leave a like and subscribe. If you got any questions, you can leave a comment. This is Brian once again signing off. Peace.